I'm Stephen Voland, and I'm from Maryland originally. I've been living in New York City for since 2012. So I specialize in 60s, 70s, 80s, and a few 90s rock and roll t-shirts, but definitely my specialty is rock t-shirts. I started collecting them kind of because I didn't have a lot of money, kind of as, growing up, just regular old family, wasn't like rich or anything. And so we would go to the thrift store to buy clothes. Sometimes we go to the regular store and buy clothes too, but we go to the thrift store because it's just cheaper. So I started going there first. I remember being very, very little and being in a thrift store. So I've been going to thrift stores since I was pretty young. Middle school to high school, I was getting more interested in oh wow, cool, that's a cool shirt. Do you remember where that shirt went to, Dad? And he'd be like, your mom threw it away. So my mom would always be the one to throw away my dad's old stained shirts. As I got into the actual vintage clothing, I was like, I want to get these shirts my dad used to have. So I got more interested in being like, oh, that's that shirt my dad had in this picture. That's that one. My mom had this one in this picture. I'm like, I really want these shirts. I thought they were cool. And then by accident, I kind of figured out oh, you can sell this stuff too. I remember selling my Nirvana shirt from '92 for $30 or $40. That shirt's worth $200 now. It's a couple of years ago now, it became oh, I can definitely make money from this. And then that's when after I learned oh, people want this stuff, I was like, well, I should learn what to look for. So I was just taking a stab at it and guessing. I was like, oh, this is cool. Maybe someone would be into this. If it's not always going to be music shirts. Most t-shirts in the world aren't music shirts. At this point, actually, it's getting to the point where, half of them are Metallica and Iron Maiden and the rest aren't. I had to learn what people look for. And because when you're not buying you can't buy for yourself all the time. You have to buy for other people in a way. Figure out what is popular and what other people are going to like, because not everyone's the same. I get a lot of my personal collection stuff from online, all the classic ones you would go to. Any of those places are the easiest to go to. eBay obviously is everyone's place these days. But sometimes I will go around the city and find things in person but that's a real hard thing to do. You have to be really lucky. You got to be there every day. If I wasn't at work all the time, I'd be out there every day. I'm hunting them. It's because you got to, because if you go to a real thrift store, you have to really you have to go there every day. You have to be there at the right time. You don't know when they're going to put new stuff out. And the good stuff doesn't stay. Everybody's looking for it.